Hey guys, welcome back. You knew I was going to get another episode in for July. I said I would. I'm trying to stick to it. It's real late on the 30th of July right now. It's almost a midnight recording. I'm going to do maybe a shorter one for you guys because, I've been rambling and bambling on for quite some time in the last few episodes. Maybe a nice clean break would be nice and sweet for everyone, especially at this time of night, if you're going to listen to it right away. I don't know, but don't worry. Before we get started, it is brought to you by the 33-year anniversary of the movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I will explain more as we get going, but if you need a recap, it's about a guy named Bill and another guy named Ted, and they're in high school, and they're starting a band. However, they're about to fail their history class, which means Ted would be sent to military school. They receive help from Rufus, a traveler from the future, with their band and the foundation for a perfect society. With the use of Rufus' time machine, Bill and Ted travel to various points in history, returning to important figures to help them complete their final history presentation. Can they do it? Did they do it? You'll have to watch to find out.
Who's a fat boy?
Okay, how's everyone doing? Episode 69. Episode 69. We're in the last of the 60s. We're moving into the 70s. The music is apparently going to get better. Before we know it, it'll be disco. We'll be in the mid-70s, the late 70s, and then the crappy 80s. But don't worry, that's when I was born. Don't worry about that. How's everyone doing? Are you gaining weight? Have you lost weight? Are you pretty much the same through this pandemic stuff? Are you feeling like the pandemic has ended or will never end? There's just so many variations to everyone's suffering right now. I don't know where I stand with it. I feel like it's really taking a toll from many different directions for me. But we make our way through it. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm sure you're tired of hearing about it. So I'm going to try and keep my, COVID news or COVID thoughts to a fucking minimum. Oh shit. Fuck. I forgot I got a button now for swearing. So if I to, I can beat myself out, mother. You understand? So I got that fun button, but I got to be on top of the because if I'm not, the stuff flows out of my head. This is an explicit podcast, but if, there's no delay on this. So I have to catch the or we're in trouble. So, I'm just trying to bring it down for the younger audience a little bit. You shouldn't be saying and all that, Okay, I've had a little fun with that button. We will move on from it. Let's get back to Bill and Ted right now. Why did I pick them? Yes, this is a movie that I own. This is a movie from my childhood. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Rewatched it a couple weeks ago. It doesn't really hold to a 36-year-old man in the year 2021. I will say that. Not a great movie. I think it's definitely fun for its time. It's fun for kids. Poorly acted. I feel like both of them are pretty bad. I think Keanu Reeves is a weird thing. It's like everybody really loves him, but I don't know how good he is. He's just like a comforting thing to see on, and he has done some good stuff, but it's more endurance related than it is acting skill wise. You know what I mean? But I like both these guys. Alex Winter, come on, he's in Lost Boys. He's done Bill and Ted, and then he's more of a filmmaker now, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like these guys, the reason I chose it for this episode is because I forgot when I rewatched the movie how obsessed they are with the number 69. You know what I mean? Like
69, dudes!
I've created a soundbite of it. These two guys, and I remember watching it as a kid, and when they're talking about 69, they just mentioned that number. So it's like, okay, you guys have the sex position 69 on your mind. You are in high school. Probably haven't done it yet. Probably are real bad at it. I don't think you can be good at it. But they're definitely like, they want to learn guitar, but I think they also want to 69 somebody real bad. And I'm just like, I'm not going to say that they're going to be a selfish lover, Bill and Ted, but they're just going to, they're very stupid. They're supposed to be, right? They're stupid people. And I think they would be terrible lovers. But I do think that they would not be selfish. I think that they would be trying their best,
69, dudes!
So stupid. So yeah, if you want to do a rewatch, please do it. I would just say that, there are some of the grossest burps I've ever heard. And just some, hilarious love relationship between Billy the Kid and Socrates. I would watch a movie just with those two guys. Like, they hit it off immediately. They're playing catch with a football. They're trying to figure out what a football is. And they're like, Socrates has a water gun. He's trying to be Billy the Kid. It's just like these two. The chemistry is undeniable. I would love to see a Billy the Kid Socrates movie. Why hasn't it been made yet? Come on, let's get this thing friggin' made. Okay, moving on to the rest of the fucking show. You know what? We got to get right to it. Because this is a fucking huge day. It's 11:40 p.m. right now, and I got to get to these birthdays before the day fucking turns. Huge fucking birthdays today, guys. Huge. Christopher Nolan is 51 years old. Happy birthday, the director of all the Batman movies and Memento and everything else. Mind-bending movies, but really good. Arnold Schwarzenegger, 74. The great Arnold Schwarzenegger. Going to be a sad day when he goes. I don't know how many he has left. How much steroids has this guy done in his life? And he made to 74? He hasn't road rage murdered anyone? God, that's impressive. Christine Taylor is 50. Marsha, probably her most famous role, doing the reboot of the Brady Bunch. Got the football in the face. Another football reference. Flatten that fucked up nose. She was married to Ben Stiller for a while, too. Did some funny stuff with him. Hilary Swank is 47. We all know her. 2 for 2 at the Oscars. 2 for fucking 2. Doesn't lose. Don't go up against her. Lawrence Fishburne, a friend, a colleague of Mr. Keanu Reeves, is 60 years old today. He's a senior fucking citizen. How fucking good is that? Terry Crews is 53. Apparently he's a chronic masturbator or something like that. He's got like 13 kids. He must just tire his wife out. Vivica A. Fox is 57. Oh, hell no. You remember her. You remember her from Independence Day. She's worked a lot, if you look at her thing. Lisa Kudrow's 58. The Friends cast is getting old, and I don't know if I can handle it. 58? Dear God. She looks great, though. If you see that Friends special, she looked the best out of all of them. Martin Starr, 39. You remember him from Bill, from Freaks and Geeks. He's on Silicon Valley. He's almost 40. He's a Buddhist. He's seen aliens. He's very cool about it. Jean Reno, 73. Richard Linklater. Look at this day. Richard Linklater, 61. One of my favorite movies of all time, Days of Confused. I was obsessed with it. Such a letdown when high school wasn't exactly like that. I wanted the fear of being chased by seniors. Thank you, Richard. Happy 61st. Karl Strucken. Now you know him. He's that fucking... he's from Twin Peaks. He's fucking from the Addams Family. Tall motherfucker. 73 years old today. Holy fuck. Those tall guys, they don't fucking last long, too. Tony Lip. This is crazy. You want to hear a Tony Lip story? This guy played Carmine, old Carmine, on The Sopranos. I didn't know this till today. Tony Lip was the guy that they based Green Book on. He was the driver for Don Shirley or whatever. It was him, Tony Lip, the Carmine. I can't believe it. Did you know that? I didn't fucking know that. Delta Burke, 65. This day is packed with success. Delta Burke, designing women. Peter Bogdanovich, 82. My God, another soprano. William Atherton is 74. Ghostbusters, The Environmentalist with a fucking attitude. All he was trying to do was protect the fucking planet, and that movie is all about what we're up against. So yeah, thanks for listening. Happy birthday. Holy fuck, that is some heavy fucking hitters today.
Fitness update.
All right, fitness update. Okay, so had a really good week working out. Really good week. I've worked out about 4 days. I worked out today. Feeling good about it, not liking what I'm seeing in the mirror. I've recently shaved, which is always harder for a person that has gained weight to shave their beard and see themselves in the mirror. It's a difficult thing, and it is weird. I've talked about this before, but why gay guys with beards or gay guys with girlfriends, they're called beards for a reason. It is something to hide behind. It can be stylish, but a lot of the time you are using a beard to hide one way or the other. And I definitely have been doing that, but it's also been a moneymaker for me. Now, not so much in the acting world. I think it's getting too gray. It's aging me too much. And then when you hear me talk, I'm not quite as old as I look. So, I've shaved it. I'm taking some care to the face, and I might stay off the beard for a while. I'm kind of enjoying shaving again. Shaving, doing the hot cloth on your face. Oh, it's just amazing. It's one of the great things that men get, in life. But so I want to talk about something about my fitness update. I've just been kind of tracking how much I, don't drink or smoke marijuana, and I've got this sticker system right now, and I put these stickers on the calendar, and I suggest that you do this too, and not to be hard on yourself, but just to kind of monitor what you're doing. Now I've got a color for just any time I have a drink. It doesn't mean I get drunk. I rarely kind of get drunk. I rarely go nuts. I rarely drink more than 1 or 2 when I do drink now, unless it's a special occasion. So, but it's like, I do have a casual drink quite often, and it is showing that I'm at least having a drink. The marijuana doesn't seem to be too crazy. I do get sick of it because, it does kind of take you for a ride sometimes, and, your mind gets a little funky the next day, and I don't love that feeling so much. So I do kind of pace it. And when I do smoke, I just have a little bit, I have a little Seth Rogen in the fucking pipe, and I'm ready to go. So sticker system, interesting. We're coming to the end of July now. So I think I'll do it again for August. It's kind of a tough time to do it for the summer because, that's more common time to drink and smoke and, do any, just to get a little more in. But because of this pandemic, it seems like maybe it's a problem. Maybe it's something that's helped my weight gain a little bit, because I've been working out more consistently than I ever have when I was a trainer or in school or anything. I'm very consistent with my workouts, at least 3 to 4 days a week. Very happy about that. Glad that it's a part of my life. And I love that I have an odometer on my exercise bike just to see those kilometers keep getting added up. I'm halfway to 1,100 now. I'm excited. It motivates me in a way that is really important. I love that odometer. You got to get yourself an odometer, people. So I had a good week exercising, got the stickers going. Now I woke up today with a bit of a sore throat, bit of a sore throat. It's been there all day. Hasn't been bad. Don't know if it's, acid reflux related. I do suffer from that. Or do I have COVID? I don't know. I'm fully vaccinated. So I could just have a minor symptom of it. I worked out hard today, but who knows? Who knows? I feel like, I have plans to see people next weekend. I should probably get a COVID test just to be safe about shit. At the very least, pay $40, get the fucking PCP or whatever the fuck they call it. They put PCP in your nose. You have a bad fucking reaction to this. You've got COVID. Oh, I can't fucking feel my teeth. Yeah, no, it's not a PCP test, but it's the one that just goes in the nose a little bit. I've had both. I've had the brain tickler and I've had the one in the nose because I record one of these episodes before I went on to set. when like the cases were at like what, 3,000, 4,000 a day. That was fucking insane. That was such an insane time to be on a set. Dear God, dear God. So that is it anyway. I'm just like trying to get back in, it's been kind of a hard swing to get back into the exercise feel, but now I'm feeling better and I feel like I've got more of a routine going. So, hopefully that sticks.
Health news. News that is health.
Sorry. I did not need to beep that out, but I've got the beeper button now. So I just wanted to make sure that it's still working, It's funny because I'm not actually swearing when I'm hitting the button. Let me try it. Fuck. Yeah, okay, so there I swore. You guys didn't hear it. Loving the beeper button. You're in traffic and you're like, oh, you soul. Oh, I got a little bit of it in there. Anyway, if you need to relax, always remember there's one position that works.
69, dudes!
Let's go to the health news. COVID. Okay, so going to talk about it quick. Let's not get crazy. But now the CDC is saying that it is just as transmissible by people that are fully vaccinated as the same as people that are unvaccinated. Now, people that get it that are unvaccinated, they're pretty much all that make up the hospitals now, right? So it is working, but I guess there's some debate onto, I was hoping that the transmission would be a lot less, which a lot of doctors are saying the data is showing that. Maybe the CDC is saying this because they don't want people to get too loosey-goosey, because, yeah, obviously vaccinated people can still get it. They can still spread it. And maybe, yeah, there are cases where they're really spreading it. So I understand that. I don't know what this changes for me. Like, what now? What does this mean now? Does this mean we like go back to seeing people outside with masks on, even though we're all vaccinated? Like, what the fuck? What are we supposed to do here? Because I can already tell you the baby boomer generation, that generation, we all know that generation. They're fucking done with this stuff. They're having a hard time caring anymore. They're starting to look at the end of their, the back nine of their life going like, well, fuck, if I have to spend time is valuable right now. Do I got to spend more time fucking worrying about this disease? They're going to be pissed. They're going to be real pissed sitting in their mansions, $1 million home. Every home that's $1 million is a mansion. That's just the facts, folks. Just the facts. You could buy a mansion for $1 million 20 years ago. You could have a sick pad that Drake has or something, Moving on to the twisties. Not the twisty goos, not the twisty loos. I'm talking about the twisties, and I'm talking about Simone Biles. Simone Biles, that's her name, right? Crazy gymnast. She looks like she was sculpted out of a gymnast Geppetto's shop or something. I don't know. She's got like a wild kind of Rhino physique to her. She's so ripped and fucking, it's crazy. She's won all these fucking gold medals. People don't want her, to not even participate because she's so good. It's like not fair to the other people. But now she fucking did one of her routines and she got the twisties. The twisties are when you're a gymnast and you're doing all those crazy fucking spins like she does, where she just, she's like Tony Hawk up there, and you lose track of where you are. She doesn't know where the fuck she is. She doesn't know she's upside down. She doesn't know, she's like she's in space or something. And I think you need to kind of know what the fuck's going on when you're doing that crazy shit, so you don't land on your neck and your head pops off. So she's got the twisties. She's pulling out left and right now. People are attacking her for pulling out because she's got the twisties. They're attacking her because of her mental health. This fucking woman was one of the thousands or hundreds or whatever that were molested by that fucking doctor. Oh my God, it's just crazy. She's had a crazy, crazy fucking life. She's a pro athlete. She's just, whatever the fucking reasons, leave her alone. She's got the twisties. Fuck, I would get the twisties on a trampoline, I remember. I remember trying to do one backflip. I swear I had the twisties. I was afraid of getting the twisties. Okay? So leave Simone alone. For Christ's sake, she'll be back. She's a friggin' rhino. You cannot take down a rhino. They'll always come back. Okay? And if I've got to be one of those guys that's protecting that rhino, like the two white rhinos in Africa or whatever, that there's guys with guns protecting all the time, I'll fucking do it for a bit. I'll do a turn. You leave her the fuck alone. Let her get over her twisties, for goddamn sakes. My God, where's that goddamn button? So many goddamn... Sorry. Last health news, just quickly talk about real tired of the Olympic dope stuff. You know, that runner got a favorite to win the 100 in the women's event. Got kicked out because she had fucking THC in her blood. And apparently it's banned because of 3 different criteria. 1, it harms the athlete's body. 2, it's a performance enhancing drug. And 3, it's not good for the spirit of the game. Okay. Now I do get this though. Maybe weed. So I don't think she was high there. I think she just smoked it before, maybe a few days before. I don't know. I don't think she was like fucking stoned, ready to run or anything, because obviously she hasn't performed yet. But anyway, I get it if like you're smoking a joint on the track, and maybe that'll help you. Listen, they're saying that it can lower, your anxiety and stuff like that. It can go the other way. It can be a nightmare. And she could be, breathing into a bag while everybody's racing by her. So it really is up and down, but I think it's a little blown out of proportion. I think we've got Ross Rabliani to blame for this, because he was twisting a joint at the top of that hill. You can't snowboard without a joint. Like, you roll joints, you go up on a ski hill, you do a couple runs, and then you find a spot and you just sit there and smoke it. And you're on a mountain high, and it's a beautiful feeling. So we need to curb that stuff, if you know what I mean. Get your head out of your crotch and get your head out of their crotch. You know what I'm saying here. You know what I'm saying.
69, dudes.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, other shit. I got 3 things. 2 of them we'll talk about. 1 is just a fun thing for you to listen to. I came across it on the internet and it fucking makes me laugh so much. Want you to hear it. I'll put a link to it. But anyways, first, Bob Odenkirk, the great comedian, the dramatic actor now with the Better Call Saul and Nobody, and I'm sure he's in line to do Gone with the Wind or something as the comedian turned dramaturg goes. But he just had a small heart attack. Very scary thing. It's kind of amazing to see how much people love Bob Odenkirk. I didn't really realize it. Really well-liked guy, obviously, in Hollywood. My co-host brother-in-law lives next door to them. He apparently is good friends with him and shit. So it's like, I went to Freddie. I said, what's the inside scoop? When no one knew what was going on. He said he didn't know. Maybe he knew. Maybe he couldn't tell me. Because obviously they're in the know, but he's recovering, and that's always a scary thing. The heart attack is probably, I probably fear it more than cancer worries. Definitely. That's why I've had all my issues with cardio in the past, worried that if my heart gets going too much, it will never stop, just really, really annoying things like that. But that's he's quite a bit older than me, 22, 23 years older than me. He's almost 60. So he's kind of getting into that area where these can happen. But, he seems like a healthy guy, but he probably had a blockage. I think he kind of went through some dad bod years until he got like in his mid 50s. Like, he's looked super frail and thin. But, I think the damage was done with that fucking David Cross back in the day, eating cheeseburgers and writing on that man show. Excuse me, I've GERD. Anyway, big fucking lawsuits coming now. Scarlett Johansson is filing a lawsuit against Disney because Disney released the Black Widow movie online on their app at the same time that it went to theaters. And because of that, people were instead, I guess, paying the $30 to watch it on Disney. And she could have got compensation based on, I guess, the box office. So she's like, that's a breach of contract. You should have waited. And now they're like, Disney's like, you've already made 20 million for this movie. Like, what more do you want? And she's like, I don't give a fuck that I made 20 million. Yeah, I'm Jim Carrey. Yeah, this is my cable guy. I've made 20 million, but in my contract, I can make more than that. And, you know, I think what's tough about these actors is when they sign on for these superhero movies, they have to sign on for 8 pictures, 8 fucking movies they got to sign on for. You know, and that can really stun your career if you're just stuck in fucking superhero movies, because you know Marty Scorsese doesn't take those fuckers seriously. So you're gonna try and get into Departed too? Nice fucking try, motherfucker. Oh fuck, I keep forgetting. Sorry, Marty, you fucking, you know. So anyway, pretty crazy. You know, could be unprecedented. I saw Emma Stone is apparently weighing her options about the movie Cruella now because of it, because they did the same thing with that movie. Could be a real shit show for Disney, because, you know, the worst case scenario, Disney will fucking unthaw Walt, and you don't want to wake up that motherfucker. You do not want to wake him up right now. He will be a crusty dude to deal with. And if you got to get his thawed ass in the courtroom, it's just going to be a nightmare. And you know what? Leave that in the fucking ice. You know what I'm saying? Leave him in the ice. Anyways, good luck with that, Scarlett. I know you're a big listener of the pod. Hopefully it all works out for you. Hopefully you get that extra, that Jack Nicholson residual cash, you know, like you got on the Batman flicks. Anyway, I found this guy. He did this theme song for Spirit Halloween. Now, you know Spirit Halloween. It's the Halloween store that moves into like abandoned retail stores like Sears and Toys R Us. At our place, I think it was Sears as well. Yeah, it was Sears. So it seems to be the hot spot, you know, because you get lots of room, you got lots of ghouls and skeletons, lots of space in there to, you know, set some shit up. So this guy made a theme song for Spirit Halloween. It's very catchy. His name is Nick Lusko. Click on the link for it if you want to watch it, because he's kind of mental and it's hilarious to watch. He sweats a lot. He looks very intently into the camera, and it's kind of like a low budget music video, but you know, enjoy.
This is the theme for Spirit Halloween. Grandma wet and can't stop screaming. Here's the thing about Spirit Halloween. They got skeletons. I had a dream about Spirit Halloween. They called me up and said they need a new theme song. $1,000 for 100 retweets. I said okay. They said sweet, so this is the theme for Spirit Halloween. They got ghouls and new locations on every single street, saving the global economy. In my dream about Spirit Halloween, I had to specify the terms of my payment. Was it $1,000 for each 100 retweets? She said, yep. I said, sweet. My Venmo is at Nicholas Dash. Let's go dash one. Before she hung up, she said she was a skeleton. Official theme for Spirit Halloween. Guaranteed to give you a thrill. Hail to the Queen, this is Spirit Halloween. Haunting the buildings of every business Jeff Bezos killed. Jeff Bezos murdered Barnes and Noble. Jeff Bezos murdered Sears. Jeff Bezos murdered Toys R Us, but Halloween is almost here. Jeff Bezos murdered Barnes and Noble. Jeff Bezos murdered Sears. Jeff Bezos murdered Toys R Us, but Spirit Halloween is here.
Oh my God. I have to see his face. So intense. Really dumb song, but good time. Click on the link, watch the video, give him some more views. He's almost at 200,000. This guy seems like he's ready to pop. Very funny. Love it. Jeff Bezos killed Barnes and Noble. Jeff Bezos killed Sears. Jeff Bezos, man, what a fucking piece of shit. Okay, we're just finishing, just past midnight. We got it in, though. We got it in July, guys. I'll see you sometime in August. Please subscribe, like, leave me some reviews. I don't fucking... No one knows about this.